first birthday in Israel. And yes, I was born in Odessa. My father is a famous photographer in Ukraine. My mother is a teacher in university as a psychology. And I have a brother who is 1 year older than me. When I was growing up, I lived in a communal apartment which shared with 3 families with 1 bathroom for everyone and no shower. And my grandmother was lucky, she has a shower, so we go to do it to her house. It was very important to my parents that I know that I'm growing up as a Jewish, so they attended me to KESAKSIAN programs for children. It was activities, camps, and every time my friends said that I'm really lucky because I have such an interesting life. I have always activities, camps, they don't have it. After high school, I went to university and studied psychology. Then I came to second university and studied management. I began to work as a director of Jewish orphanage, and along this way I got married, born 2 children. They are 10 and 9 years old, Isaac and Raphael. I was divorced because my husband wants to make Aliyah. He wants to go to Israel. And as you can see, the God has his own plans. About 5 years ago, my brother made Aliyah. I also stayed in Odessa. I don't want to leave it. Odessa is an amazing city, beautiful, humoristic, and even Jewish. We have 2 big communities there, Jewish communities. We have kindergartens, we have schools, we even have not 1 Jewish university. Yes. My children studied at a Jewish school, and I was worked as the director of Jewish Volunteer Center, and teaching motivated and supporting volunteers. I had a lot of friends. I had beautiful, great, crazy life in Odessa. And one day it stopped for me and for all Ukrainian people. And 5 in the morning I wake up from the bombing and don't understand, because I don't believe that in 21st century it can be war. Behind this time, my friends, a lot of people call me and say, you need to leave. Get out Jewish people from Ukraine. You need to leave. It will be a war. I don't believe on it. Even when I wake up in the 5 in the morning with bombing, I don't believe on it. I look to my Facebook, I don't understand what happened. I look to my Facebook, it's writing that Kiev is bombing, Nikolaev is bombing, Mariupol is bombing, and all my friends write that something awful are. And I think like this, that if something awful started, my father will come to my house and say what to do. I said what to myself. 6 in the morning, Mr. President Zelensky announced that the war started. Ukrainians don't believe that the war started like me, and we are not prepared. We don't have shelters. I checked shelter, it's 7 minutes from my house. Even if you will be running there, the bomb can take you wherever you run. So the first day was really awful. Every day I read the news on Facebook and read that one of my friends is dying, another my friend is died, and it's awful to understanding, and we tried to live like this. I think that I'm a director of volunteer center. Now is my time. Now I need to help people. And then my mom said, no, now is your time to protect your children. Now the time you to get out from Ukraine and to be safe. Little bit later, KESAKSIAN called me and said, we are waiting you in Romania. We're preparing for you bus. We're preparing for you hotel. Keep calm, and we are waiting for you. So we come to the border in KESAKSIAN, and it was a lot of people. It takes like 2 hours, I think, to get to the beginning, and then we hear an awful noise of bombing, and all bordermen said, lay down. And I make like my father said, I take my kids on the floor, cover them, in case, no, it's can do it, not even try. And it was the first time that my kids crying, because all this time I tried to not understand them what's happening. When it was siren or shooting or bombing, I'd say that it is tested. It's not real. And when my brother called them, he said, oh, we will play a game. Now you are in the camp. You need to sleep on the floor. So they did not realize the real war. And now they see all people are on the floor. We hear that awful noise, and I think that they become crazy, but I think that I am crazy, because at that moment so many thoughts in my head, and I feel like flashbacks, all story of my grandmother, how he was evacuated in Second War, and what she said, and all her stories, all my grandmother, and this all was in my head. I think I become crazy. A little bit later, we go by a ferry to Romania, and we was very excited. There are so many volunteers there, shelters with the beds, with the foods. It was winter, it was raining, we are wet. They give us new clothes, they give us a place to rest. And then KESAKSIAN help people to make documents because not a lot of people come with the passports. We run from the war in 21st century.
Salam damai dari Fakta Israel.